My name's Coach Carpenter, and I'm here to talk a little bit about some personal things that happened to me.
I'm Coach Moore, and I teach professional communications here on campus, and I coach football and track.
My name is Mayo Moore. I'm a senior here at Frisco High School, and I am on varsity softball.
Unfortunately, I've been involved and a part of two dear people to me that were, unfortunately, took their own lives, committed suicide. The first one was my best friend growing up, John Toney. A few years after college, he was kind of lost and you could tell he was struggling a little bit. I had moved to Dallas and he was still in the Oklahoma City area. And I knew he was involved in some drugs, some hard drugs, and I think that probably contributed. He wasn't himself, and he probably felt quite alone, and he ended up 10 years after high school taking his own life. And it was a very tough moment, tough time.
Well, my experience with suicide incident, both of my grandparents on my mother's side both took their lives at different times. I also had a friend 3 years ago who took his life, and then just 10 days ago, my cousin Josh took his life.
My freshman year, I was a starting varsity player. It was amazing my freshman year. And then sophomore year, things kind of took a turn. Through all of that, I got blackmailed, and then my parents got targeted, my sister got targeted, and I felt like because of everything that was going on, it'd be better if I wasn't there anymore.
The second incident, unfortunately, is my brother's wife, my sister-in-law. About 3 years ago, she decided to take a bottle of pills, and her son, my nephew, 17, 18 years old, found her, and he's still coping with that. There's probably not a day I go by that goes by that I don't think about John and maybe what I could have done for him, or if he would have just maybe said something or reached out, or I'd like to be able to tell him that, hey, there's somebody here that cares for you.
But I look at each day as a gift, and I think my faith helps me get through my days, no matter if I'm having a great day or a bad day. I think as long as I just wake up and I'm breathing, I know it's going to be a great day, and I can be at my best.
I started going to professional counseling. I'm just a person that doesn't like to open up or anything. So the first time was really hard for me. I remember my mom walking back into the room, and the psychiatrist is like, "You're very lucky to have your daughter. Like, if it was somebody else, we would have a suicide on her hands."
And in the case of my cousin Josh, just taking his life 10 days ago, his wife had left him, and so 2 years ago, and took their daughter, and he kind of went off the grid, so to speak. He cut off all communication with family, he went off social media, so that was kind of some big signs from him.
An incident that happened recently in July of this year, really close friend of mine called and said her sister had committed suicide. And so I didn't believe it. She was a really, really happy person. She always portrayed that everything was going great. Not only the people that were close to her, but everybody that knew of her grieved. The last thing that she ever said was, "I'm fine." And obviously, she wasn't.
I mean, there's just a day-to-day feeling of, this is not good, this is not good for anybody.
Just the pain that you go through when somebody commits suicide. I wouldn't want anybody else to experience that.
I think the biggest warning sign is someone who feels alone, and a lot of times when you're alone, people turn to drugs, people turn to alcohol, people turn to things that they think is going to make them feel better. Unfortunately, that doesn't translate into feeling better. A lot of times it translates into feeling worse. And if people shut down, reach out to them, check on them. Hang on, there's so much life. There's so much beauty in this world. Today it doesn't seem like it half the time, but I guarantee you there's somebody who loves you. There is somebody who loves you, and if you just hang on and find them.
And there are people out there that can encourage you, who can help you. If you're feeling in any way, shape, or form that you feel a little bit of hopelessness or a lot of hopelessness, there are people there to help you.
And I'm really thankful for having somebody there for me to talk to get my emotions out, like to know what's going on and to be okay with it, and to tell you that you're worth it, and to tell you that life's gonna suck without you if you do decide to do anything. So
Call a helpline, go to a counselor, go to somebody if you're feeling terrible, feeling down, because somebody can make you smile. Somebody can give you, all it takes is a little bit of hope.
Well, I think that each person is looking for hope. They're looking for a miracle maybe to happen if they feel like their world is closing in on them.
Again, there's a loved one out there somewhere. I guarantee you somebody cares for you, and they'll help you if you reach out and want some help.
So back then I was bullied and singled out, but I switched up everything, moved schools, and now I'm here. Happy.